And I look up to the screen. Sky. No, I just had it muted. So, anyways, do you want to pick a country? So, as we see Egyptian tr my troops, Egyptian troops crossing over to Libya's capital, which is right here, they get cut off by the Libyans, but in retaliation, they knock out that. And they go ahead and try to flank their fronts, which will be turned out to be successful, and they get closer to their capital. But the troops over here, there was maybe a port over here or something, I don't know. So they take that port and kind of sail around it to their capital so they protect it. With no troops being here. Yeah. Also over here, Libya gets pushed back. But sure. What color do you want? Okay. Make sure it's right. Right there you go. Anyways, we see Egyptian troops finally bolstering and they siege Libya's capital. Just like so. And as it turns out, a rebellion sparks in southern Libya. It's just all mainly desert, so it's kind of hard for them to move around, but it's a big revolt. And we see Libya kind of just fall apart, really. As soon enough, the rebellion meets up with the Egyptians, and they capture the capital and they surrender. So that this is the peace treaty with the rebellion taking the rest. And we see an invasion. So we see the UK declare war on Ireland and Iceland. But since Iceland has no military, I would assume that they'll probably just surrender over immediately. With no military, they really can't do anything. But while that was happening, the Irish are going to be able to push back first and claim Northern Ireland. But then down in the south near Dublin, we see British landings take place. As this was a surprise attack, so they capture all of these southern areas. And we also see, well, we also see Scottish Gaelic, so we claim Northern Ireland. And with that happening with the troops falling back, before they can make it to Dublin, they capture it, and they just fall apart. Also, I totally forgot about this province province layer, so I didn't really follow it with this one. But what do you want out of the peace treaty with the provinces? Because I guess there is a province layer with this map. Oh yeah, I have a Discord. Why? Okay, so we just see the provinces won't be needed because we're gonna have a full annexation of both. There's the peace treaty. We also have to erase the capital and Iceland's. Right. Now I'm gonna do something next. Since I've rebuilt over the war over here, since I rebuilt, I am probably gonna build up my military more so for my next invasion. And after I build up, I'm gonna go ahead and start mobilizing my troops for another war. And that war will be against Saudi Arabia. But this time, Saudi Arabia would probably be, well, they're mainly desert, so with Egypt being mainly desert, but they're new founded land. So if they're desert, these guys are just desert. Which desert would win? Your answer is probably the Sahara Desert, as Egypt is not all covered in it. There are some parts. I don't know about Saudi Arabia, though. I don't know the geography. It was like I was saying, so I'm gonna see Egyptian troops just stroll in. Made me. But, except from up there, because I don't think that's desert. Well, no, it is. This is all desert, pretty much. What do you think? Well, we just see them bullets across and cutting them into two. But that's when we see a third party join. When we see Yemen joining in the war. Honestly, I don't know who owns this one, so I'm gonna give it to Yemen. And with Yemen coming in the third party, well, second party, they're coming in with the third party. And with this being a surprise attack, they managed to do very well. With them doing very well, they can do good things like, for example, take out their coast. That's a thing. And have another person join the war. Oman. See, I don't know if historically these two or these three were always aligned. I don't know. It's just free land as Saudi Arabia is not too good. Here as we see Omanans, Omanis, Omanans just begin their invasion. I think I should really change their code real quick. It is too similar. There we go. Now the Oman is coming in with the fourth party, so it's 3 against 1. But finally, we see the Saudi Arabia build up and manage to retake their coast, just like so. But only parts of it, as also this area up here falls. And we just see Egypt stroll down and begin to form a spearhead towards their capital. But this is a fake spearhead. They think that this is going to their capital. But there's another one over here that is going for their capital. So it's a gamble. Which spearhead is going to make it to the capital? They don't know. They don't know about the spearheads yet. Once they see this one, they're like, oh no, we gotta push this one back. So with their army mainly being over here to push this spearhead back, this spearhead over here is gonna get right to the gates of the capital. And they're like, oh shoot, push that one back. When they go to push that one back, this one goes forward. And it also reaches the gates of the capital. Well, they push this one back because they see that's close. But then, once they push that back, this one's already all the way over here. But then a third spearhead comes in. Once they go to push back this one and this one, their capital's already encircled. Almost all encircled. Then they siege the capital area. And then this entire area falls. And then we see Yemen gonna come in. Because their capital's in a triangle right now. And Oman take that as their invasion lands. Then we just see Saudi Arabia fall. Really, I don't think that would be realistic, as I believe Saudi Arabia was allied to Oman or Yemen. Or one of them like the other. Oh no, or if Egypt backs Yemen, Saudi Arabia, I don't know. All I know is Egypt got a new government. Egypt got a new government. That's all. So in the peace treaty, I'll be following the provinces this time around. So I will be taking around all of this, just these two provinces. And Yemen will be taking around all of this. It's like so. Oh, no, so cause I actually drilled into film. But then this is gonna be interesting because this is a huge province. I don't think Oman can handle all of it, so they'll probably just get money. But then another area happens to go away. And this one's gonna be surprising because this is related to my thing. You'll see in a second. So this is the peace treaty. Yemen, of course, would get all of its homage to money. And these two provinces. But then with these four provinces up here, I'm gonna leave it on that cover because that's gonna become my puppet state. So northern, pretty much the northern part of, or the very northern part of Saudi Arabia is Egyptian within Egyptian provinces. Egyptian puppet state. Also, I'm gonna have to fix this border right here. Who invade? Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. I don't think that's good. Well, we just see the UK versus Canada. Ooh, 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 that's good. That's not good. You see, the thing is, though, I'm trying to like be realistic here, so I think this probably won't go good. Well, I'm actually curious. Is Canada stronger than the UK? I don't know. Are they? Now that I think about it, I actually don't know. But even though Canada's the bigger one, Britain might be stronger, but they have the the United States back, because that's NATO. Well, NATO doesn't exist. Oh wait, hold on, wait, I need to look up and see if Canada is stronger than the UK. I actually don't know that. The more I think about it. How did I think about it? I'm actually curious. Oh, so the UK is stronger than Canada. Okay, okay. Now that makes sense. But it's gonna be harder because it's gonna be very cold. But okay. I honestly didn't know. So we see while I was yapping about who is stronger, the, the British are setting up defensive. The Scottish guy Wixo is setting up defensives. So they can't really get past there with blockades being formed right there. With the blockade forming, they didn't realize that. mm, Well, the Canada didn't realize that the Britons just declared war on them because they're a pretty neutral country. I don't think they even got a declaration of war. Well, if they didn't get a declaration of war, declaration, declaration of war. If they didn't get a declaration of war, they probably wouldn't realize. And they're already like near their capital, so like GG's. You know it's over. Or we just see all these lands just be taken away, and they kind of just move down, sweep up the capital, just like a broomstick, with dust on the ground, sweeping up the dust with the broomstick. No, they're just sweeping, you know? They kind of slow down the more north they get. And with winter almost here, it's very cold. So they can only get roughly around their populated areas. So they managed to take their populated areas before the winter solstice takes place, which is probably around all of this. Hello, hello, Glithwind. I'm just doing mapping warning, if you didn't know, which is also pretty much diplomacy wars. Anyways, but with those winter solstice almost coming, they just said they take Quebec before it gets very cold in the negatives. I only really get to like about here before it's super cold. At this point, with their majority populated areas, I think they would just surrender. Honestly, I think they would. Alright, well, anyways, we just see Canada surrender. Or we're going to see Canada surrender. Just like so. I don't think it would be healthy for your Scottish guy loop, so I don't know if that would be healthy for you to annex all of that. You know, I don't think it would be that healthy. Well, if you want to do it, go ahead. I mean, it's probably gonna make you unstable, more unstable than what you should be. All right, what do you want out of the peace treaty? Only eastern populated. Alright. So I'd say that'd be like around Quebec's area. Alright, so yeah, I'd say it'd be about all this. There you go. Now provinces. We're already on that one, right? No, that's cool. Purple teams are gonna go ahead and take all of this. Whoa, Scottish guy. I'm gonna just give him all this. So that's like an eastern populated area. And Canada is left alone. Oh yeah, I also forgot their cap. Don't know where they're gonna place their capital, but that thing gone. Areas. Alright, Glyphland, if you're still here, if you want, you could come see, like, if you want to pick out a country, or you could just spectate. Also, I'm gonna pull some up real quick. I need to see something. It's been really fast, so that's why my screen's black. There we go. Alright, so I just had to pull up this in the live control room so I can look at this. Was three people was the max, so it's not that bad. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase some land. It's not gonna follow provinces. Because I don't feel like doing it. I'll be purchasing all of this from Sudan. Just all of this for a good amount of money. Which probably is gonna break my economy, but whatever. Probably gonna kill it. Make a PCE alliance. What's a PCE alliance? Hello, United Mappers. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Anyways, what do you mean by a PCE alliance? I don't know what that is. Hello, Catco. Welcome to the stream. Pretty late. Well, people are now starting to join, like half an hour into the stream. Alright, okay. Anyways, do you guys want to pick any country since this is mapping? Morning mapping. Well, I forgot to uncolor Yemen and Oman. There we go. So Egypt and the UK is already taken. Yes, this is Diplomacy Wars. Alright, so Red Australia will be Red Australia, Georgian map will be America. Alright, so what colors do you guys want to be? China, okay. Alright, so you want to be green. So, go ahead and up this. Alright, and you said you want to be China. Red Australia looks so. Wants to be China, okay. So there, yeah. Nothing more here. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico and yeah, Georgia. Okay, okay. Right. That's, don't make fun of me if I spelled it wrong. I'm just trying my best. Very faint, so much change to that. Hello, insane. Hello, Green America. Alright. I would say this is a green color. And Red Australia, what do you want to be? What color? Oh, my bad. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. I knew I was gonna end up mixing a name up. Or messing it up. I knew it was gonna happen. My bad. You'll be purple. Purple's already taken. Purple. I'll have to make you a different shade of purple because Scottish guy looks so is purple. I know, okay, chill. G. Alright, alright. There you go. Are you happy? Then we got Hawaii. And Alaska. Don't forget the Alaskan Islands. Try getting these a bunch of Rhode Islands that are lumped together. There we go. Alright, then Catco said blue, and Australia. Alright, hello KPO. Okay, you don't have to spam blue. She already got it. Already got blue, jeez. Don't have to spam it. Green, purple. Make you a different shade of purple because somebody's already purple. I'll give you this. There you go. Everyone's happy. So this is the current map. You want the state of Iowa? Oh, wait, that's... Alright, the Georgian mapper. Kind people only wants Iowa. Alright, see, I knew this problem would probably come up. Wait, wait. Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan. I'm not good with the Central Asian countries, but I can see Mongolia. Is it? Is this Kyrgyzstan? I know it's one of the stands, because obviously it has a stand, but is this Kyrgyzstan? Whoa, wait. Red Australian mapper, is this Kyrgyzstan? Pretty sure it is. I know this is Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, Pakistan. You don't know. You don't know. But this one's definitely built like Italy. I know that. Italy. That one's built like Italy. Alright. Anyways, we'll see we see invasions begin. Anyways, we see dark blue Brazil. Dang, this map is slowly getting filled. Anyways, back to the war over here. I'll get the name after this war. But we see Red Australia. If it lets me pull up my name. Oh my gosh. When does that always happen? Kyrgyzstan falls. Mongolia just gets Mongolia. If it lets me place it. Let me. Why is my V color not working? There we go. And as we see Mongolia just get wiped since all of their population is just near their capital. What? Why not make them just fall? Hello, Riri. Wait, what? What's up, Riri? You will land it on Normandy like World War II? Oland? Oland? What's Oland? Oh, I think I was. Yeah, land. That's land. So the way you said it. Oh, probably mistyped it or whatever. Alright, and KPU, I will get your name. You know what? I feel creating an alliance. Might spell alliance wrong, but I do not care. Watch me spell wrong. I think there's a double L. There. I'm going to make an land expansion alliance. It's going to be the parallelogram alliance, not fascist, by the way. It's not fascist. You invade Bolivia. You make a pro-monarchist rebellion in Brazil, but KPO invades Bolivia. Right. Well, we see a little monarchist rebellion form in the northern parts of Brazil near the Amazon. But Brazil invades Bolivia. This is Bolivia. This is Bolivia or this is Bolivia? This is Paraguay. This is Bolivia. That's Paraguay. This is Bolivia. We see Brazilian troops just kind of do a surprise attack. No, they're not taking all of it. No, 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 no. There you go. Well, we see them just start raiding. Also, if you want, you can join. You can make and join alliances. Let me be Mexico. Alright, Riri, what color do you want to be? Alright. The Georgian mapper declares war on Brazil. Alright. Well, while Brazil's just kind of, while KPO's just strolling down, to these two capitals, why do they have to? Whoever made this, whoever made this map is really stupid. Why would, why would Bolivia have two capitals? Wait, no. Wait. Yeah, these guys have two capitals. What the freak? I just started on being jump girl green. Oh, I don't know why. It happens. It happens. I'll probably make you a dark green. Just because. Also, you can join my alliance for expansion. It is open. And there is no permission needed. Well, there is. You have to meet the requirements in a way. Maybe. And Red Australia wants to make a hexagon alliance. Well, see, you didn't decide what you want for the peace treaty, so that's why it's like that. Oh, wait, that's on the wrong layer. I'm gonna try keeping up with chat, so I might not see everything. You said 3. I want to be make my. Sure. Oh, okay. So we got a little war going on. Wait, I don't know if I want to get dragged into this though. I don't think I should. But I will request your offer and send troops, but I am not vividly joining the war. I will support you in the war. I will support Riri and KPO, but I won't physically join the war. I'm not. This event is not attack one, attack all. I know, I know. It's just there's a lot to catch up with more people joining. Wait, let me do this first, then I'll move to the war. All the ways they are. I just realized I was muted the entire time. Oh my gosh. Right, Australia, you should join us. I don't give a can't do anything else. Girl, bet. Oh! Or, so we see Red Australia. We actually see Red Australia join Riri and KPO's side. This could change the fate of the war. This could. This actually could. Alright, what is happening so far? You pushed back Welsh Rebellion, yeah. Well, they managed to push back the rebellion completely. So with the entrance of Red Australia, their ships are nearing. Their ships are currently over here. And some of them are going here. Some of them are going up here. I know. I pushed them back. And out of nowhere, we finally see uh the beginning invasion of, well, China versus America. I mean, it might change the tide of the war. I have a good feeling it would, but Hawaii, bye bye. Well, with troops, with rescue, with KPO aiding troops in the Georgia to Riri. I also forgot, because these guys are, I guess after all, Brazil's still in war, but even though they're now monarchists, so the tide of the war is completely changing, I guess. Brazil wins. Alright, how long is this war even gonna go? Well, I don't know. I'm trying to make this a bit realistic, but I don't know how realistic this should be. Well, anyways, we see Chinese troops begin to aid Riri, which causes a significant pushback in Baja California. Just like that. And they managed to remake a border with a border in two parts. While the Yucatan is just Yucatan. Oh, oh! I don't know if I should get into this. Should I join this war? Loki? Now, the more I think about it, I kind of want to join this war. I mean, I could get some colonies. Wait, if I join the war, what? Wait, if I join the war, wait. If I were to join the war right now, what side should I be on? What side would I be on? Alright. Well, anyways, like I was saying, China just funded rebellions, which I think I'm probably just gonna throw them in Wisconsin because I don't know what other logical place it would be. So it's gonna be parts of Iowa and Minnesota and Wisconsin. That's the rebellion. and a little bit of Michigan. You offer me all of Brazil. You know what? I think I'll fund both sides. Like I'll send aid to both sides. Well, there's already a rebellion in Mexico. You could just fund them more, because that's the Yucatan. And then I don't know the most verbal place, but I'm gonna just throw in Kyrgyzstan as the rebellion for China. I'll aid both sides. That's probably all gonna do. I'll aid both sides, but I need to watch myself because I can't. My Egypt can't get a little bit rebellious. While that's happening, we see American pushback with the following of Riri and or Riri and KPO crushing the Yucatan rebellions. So we see Brazil making their landings here and them pushing back. It kind of pushed them up to here before they just stopped because the rebellion just that's all they wanted. Everyone peace out. I mean, some of you can white peace. There is white piecing in this live stream. You can white piece. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You could white piece. All right, you could white piece. Well, anyways, we see KPO push back a little bit, but they're kind of sticking to these two areas they're able to hold on to, while China is able to make somewhat of a little landing, like up over in Washington. I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna do that. Make landing. Make. With that happening, we see them also making a little bit of a landing in California with the help of Mexico. But overall, Mexico does get pushed back even more. The rebellion does expand into Minnesota, kind of capturing part of Mississippi, you're getting part of Mississippi, and making a border for against Scottish guy Witzel. Why he's gonna go full throttle against the Georgian mapper? But you do manage to make a little border right here. You do. So while we begin to make a reconnection, well, somewhat of a reconnection, right, like that. At this point, I don't know. I think the tides have already turned, but we finally see Brazil finally makes a tiny little successful landing in my Florida and manages to capture Miami. And Mexico begins to make somewhat of a push into them. Oh my, you can't see that color. You can't see that color. There we go. With the help of China, obviously, they may be able to do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, honestly, I can't predict anything. That's how it's whatever how they want the peace treaty, whoever wins. Oh yeah, by the way, you do have nuclear bombs. Just think about that. You do there are nuclear bombs in this world. So you can use nuclear bombs, but it would probably make the country not in favor, maybe. It'll probably won't be in favor of it. Because there are nuclear bombs. But if you use one, it'll make you more unstable because the country doesn't want it. In this timeline, you can use it, but it'll make you unstable. Well, yeah, you can use nuclear bombs, but it makes you unstable. That's how it goes. Well, not in the real world, just in this live stream. That's how it goes. If you use a nuclear bomb, you become unstable, or more unstable, which leading to more rebellions popping up. But we do see China kind of wrap around a little bit. But the good thing for them is they have nuclear bombs, and they push back the rebellion over here, just cutting them down to Michigan. Well, not Michigan, Wisconsin, and Michigan. But yeah, you guys should understand because there are nuclear bombs, but if you use it, it makes you unstable. It makes you more unstable than what you currently are. That's how it's gonna go for this diplomacy wars. Anyways, we see with pretty much the United States mobilized their entire military. Since they're fighting a bunch of fronts, it's probably not gonna go so well as they push back. Well, with the help of Brazil and China, they are Mexico is able to push back against the Americans and actually capture parts of America like that. But Brazil does manage to invade into Florida, but not as much as there are troops now arriving. Same thing as for China. Alright, so with all of the military of America is now active, it does give them a better shot, but right now, I'd say that uh China, Mexico, and Brazil do have the upper hand, but it just went down a little bit. Also, let's talk about this rebellion over here. The rebellion over here, another rebellion has formed in southern Manchuria. Another rebellion has popped up, but Kyrgyzstan, they gone, and Manchuria, not gonna go so great. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so with America and China both using their bombs, it makes them go into civil unrest. Let them using all their arsenal. Civil unrest begins. Southern China, we have huge rebellions taking place. With them using their entire arsenal. Huge rebellions are happening because they're in civil unrest. Kyrgyzstan pops up but stronger. But with the US also using it, it makes these guys more stronger as they do not like it. The population does not like it. See, all of this breaks away. Most of their nation breaks away. And we see the rest over here break away as well and meeting up. But yeah, if you didn't know, like I just said, the rebellion is slowly killing you. Well, both of you guys, since you used your entire arsenal. Which causes you to have a little joyride over here as they are now welcomed with open arms. As their capital is encircled, China is gonna have to probably pull out of the war because they're having their own problems over here. But now with these two just strolling along through, it's not looking good. As this rebellion is gone. But yeah, you use your rebellion on the you use your rebellion. Well, you used your army on the rebellion, but it only does little damage because most of your army has switched sides to the rebellions. Also, Alaska completely falls. By the way, Alaska falls over to rebellious hands. Same thing as China. As China is let's go down over here. Probably have to pull out the war. Pull out of the war. Now things aren't gonna look too great as no, Georgian Mapper. I don't think you really have a military anymore, since most of it's just either captured by Riri in Brazil, Riri and KPO, or it's part of the rebellion. I don't feel like making the world feel dead. This is not gonna all completely be realistic. But since you can't use any more nukes. You used your entire arsenal. Now I think the best option for right now is probably to surrender. Because all you are is just Washington DC. That's about it. Well, we see with the Georgian, we see a Scottish mapper. Well, the Scottish guy Wixo invades into the rebellions. But it's too late as they're already closing in and reach the gates of Washington, D.C. And over here it is currently a bloodbath as the Washington, D.C. the America's on its final stance. But then finally, the Americans lose their capital. They have fallen over to rebellious hands. Also, Riri invades into these guys. I don't think that would be a smart idea, Riri, because they do have proxies in your country. Just a heads up, they do have proxies, so they could activate those. You revolt from the rebels? You can't do that. The rebels are what literally killed you. They killed you. You're probably gonna have to get a new government because I don't think there's no revolting functions. You can't do that. That's not possible. Anyways, let's head over to Red Australia Wixo as well, wrong color, but well, yeah, we see them kind of die slowly. I mean, there are ways where you can stop this rebellion. You annex all my. Well, he begins to liberate you, but the rebels know about this, so they ain't gonna probably let that slide. As yeah, they kind of push you back, and they throw proxies at your Canadian areas. They throw proxies at you. So they really don't like. They are anti-nuclear. They don't like that you're helping America. No, I guess you could stay alive, but you would have to lose land. That's how it's probably gonna go. You can be liberated, yes, but you have to surrender. That's really the only way. As I'll give you some liberated lands, just not so you don't get mad. Yeah, just say you're at this current state. You're probably going to have to surrender either way. All right, all right. You surrender. You surrender. Okay. Riri said you. I'm not gonna give you all of the occupied lands because there are some areas that are a little bit. You won't lose a ton of land though, but you will lose land. Go ahead and follow province. Alright, so out of all of the states, I'm probably not gonna follow the states. So why not? Riri, I'll probably give you all of this. Then I'll then KPO would get all this. I'd feel like that'd be a fair. But you probably would have to let some areas go. Well, no, not all of them because I'm still gonna keep George and Mapper alive. Well, you're not taking all of it because they're still gonna keep some good lands. I'll give you I'll give you all that. Southern Californian lands. All that. That's your final offer. You get all this. Well, technically, you already have all those lands in your in the Peace Treaty. See, because Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California technically have all four of those in your Peace Treaty, and you're part of the Peace Treaty. So yeah, you do already have everything you need. You have California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. One over here, KPO has Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. Well, no, not all. I guess this could be a good peace treaty because, Riri, technically you do have everything. You technically do have all the states that you wanted. It's just in a short form. I mean, you could puppet state one of the states. You can only puppet state one of these guys. You can only puppet state one of them. That's it. If you want more, you're gonna have to do a puppet state, which is only be one state big. When I don't think I don't know how this. Well, honestly, I think the peace treaty how it currently is good enough. No, yeah, he does have a point because you only had all of this and you're getting this. Because Riri is getting more because he had more occupied lands than you. That's why he's getting more. Well, I mean, I don't want to get. I could give them a little bit more, but I'm not gonna give them a bunch. I'll probably just give them a little bit more. It's just only like a few more. That's all I'm gonna do. Like in California, I'll give you all of this. Texas, give you all of this. And over here, I'll give you the panhandle of Florida. Like this. There's no other way. That's the harshest I'm gonna make it. Oh, I mean, you could. I mean, you could. You could. No, you can only choose one of them. Well, I could just throw. I could just take half of it or something, then just make it into puppet. Plus, Georgian Mapper, you still have a bunch of valuable lands. Like, you still have these areas. You still have the rest of California. You still have parts of Texas. You still have good lands. Dude, if you want to give independence to areas, that's gonna have to be in your own territory. This is all I'm doing. So it's either this or nobody gains anything. Here, I'll make Georgia your puppet, but it's not gonna be that much. I'm only giving you a little bit of Georgia to be your puppet. Because I want everyone to be happy with what they got. I'll probably just give you this much land just for a puppet. And Riri, for your puppet, you'll be getting all this for your puppet. I mean, I'll let you keep I'll let you keep Alaska. That's valuable. I'll let you keep Alaska, but you'll lose Hawaii. You can keep Alaska. Trust, okay? Everything else you'll keep. You want LA? I could give you LA, because I want everyone to be happy. Alright, I'll give you LA. There you go. Now you have LA. You have LA. Funny boogie shooter. Oh my gosh. You have LA. No, we're not having independent states. This is that's the final offer. It's either that. I think this is the good enough of the peace treaty. This is good enough. No states. No states though. Bro. Well, this is how I'm gonna do it. This is the final offer. And I'm not trying to spend like the entire live stream just on a peace treaty. You're gonna have to pick. I mean, he could play representatives. Well, I just want to make everyone happy. I don't want one person to be, like think, "Oh, this is rigged. This is rigged." I mean, to make everyone happy, there can only be one independent state. One independent. That's it. Just one. They'll probably, yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You're well. Then, if you keep fighting, they're gonna have more. If you lose again, they're gonna have more. They're gonna have getting more land. You know what? How about we just leave this? I will give one area independence. One baby area. One baby area. Right here. That gets independence. There. I'm gonna say, I guess it should be right there. I don't want it to be too big though, because I don't want to make the Georgia mapper mad. Oh, that you hate the world. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and give you Alaska and Hawaii back, but you do have a new government since your original government got killed during the war. Since the peace treaty, I guess, after a very long debate. Well, then you could plan your attack again, but you're gonna have to come out stronger. Oh yeah, I forgot. Is Red Australia still here? Because we still have a little bit of a problem over here. Or am I just gonna leave it as this? Well, for his part of the peace treaty, I'll probably just give a little area. I'll probably just give an area, uh, somewhat of South China independence. Very good. Yeah, I don't think he's here either. Now, after a while, a long time, now it's my turn to do something. Because I've been waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and declare war. Sudan and Tunisia. Well, not Tunisia, just Sudan. 'Cause I haven't gotten to do something yet. I think I should do something. Alright, I will. Let me just do a couple things for me first, since I haven't gotten to do anything yet. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and follow down, somewhat siege the capital and take it. Let's surrender. Full annexation. Probably isn't healthy. That just doubled my land, but I don't care. I just want a great Egyptian empire. Alright, from the lines. Let's go ahead and make that the notched arrow lines. Which is between these guys? Wait, well, I guess 3 reasons. KPOs and 2 alliances, since he's in mine. Since he's in mine, that's another alliance he's in. Jeez, well, the max people that's been in here so far is like 6 people. Now we're down to we're down to 4 people. We dropped a lot. We dropped to 3 people. Oh, come on, bro. Alright. I guess I'm in my own alliance. Because you guys left. So now it's just me. Me and myself. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just snatch Tunisia. So just like that. I'm just gonna snap at it. Well, I'm probably gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for tuning in. And also, thanks for tuning in. Also, if you're American, happy Thanksgiving. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the